This is the making of I Want You to Love Me. And my first question will be, what is your inspiration
Inspiration for writing the song? Okay.
for writing the song?
The inspiration for writing the song is I was in a relationship with someone who didn't realize they were in a relationship with me. The inspiration was in this relationship, I felt like I had given everything into this relationship, but was not getting anything back. So that's where the initial inspiration came from. I was watching something on YouTube. I don't remember what I was watching about this relationship somewhere in the Philippines. Um, and it was a similar story to the story that I tell, that was similar to mine. Listening to their story on YouTube, it kind of made all these emotions rush back in while I was thinking about this. And while I was being flooded with these emotions and these flashbacks from scenarios, that relationship, all this kind of started boiling up, and which accumulated in the inspiration, the overall inspiration for the genesis of this song.
So, what was the writing process of this I Want You to Love Me?
Well, the writing process was a little bit different than the inspiration. We were recording in the studio. Izzy, the bass player, did not show up to the sessions. We were recording 2 or 3 songs back to back. He didn't show up. And so I just kind of stepped in and started trying to write the bass lines for the songs. Anyway, in between the sessions of the 2 songs, I don't even remember what songs we were recording at the time. In between the sessions, I started coming up with this groove, the bass line for I Want You to Love Me. And I was thinking, man, this is really cool. We're taking breaks in between the sessions. Alex setting things up. He's getting a smoke or something like that. So I go back and it's that riff on the bass. I was all digging on it. And I came up with the melody at the time. I didn't have any lyrics at all. It was just a melody and the bass line. I couldn't work on it because we're doing other tracks. So I just kind of put it in my back pocket, trying to work on it later. So when I got home later that night, I went to my little home studio set up, and I got just a drum loop, and played this bass riff on top of it. Did like 4, 8 bars, something like that, and just started laying down the vocal melodies, no words. Down, 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 down. And I'm just jamming to it. Down, 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 down. And I say 1 or 2 words. I listen to it back and say, oh, what did I say there? I want you to. Oh, that's kind of cool. I want you to love me. And then suddenly it just clicked. It came out. I want you to love me like you love yourself. And it's like, bam, that's it. Those 2 lines right there were the premise for the whole song, building the whole song around those two lines. I want you to love me like you love yourself. So yeah, that's how the whole writing process started with this. And that, for the most part, it's how every song starts. The writing process starts.
How about the recording process of this song?
The recording process is similar to the writing process. So every song, the recording process will start in my little home studio. I'll create some drum loop, some stock beat. We're not going to use it. It's just something to keep me in time. I'll lay down the bass tracks and lay out the guitar tracks and vocal melody, not necessarily words. Just kind of lay out the structure of the song. And start building it from there. Come up with the lyrics, kind of insert them and build the song around that. And as I get what would be considered a full song, I'll go back with each piece. I'm fine-tuning the bass tracks. I'm fine-tuning the guitar tracks. And I'm laying it out. I may have 2 or 3 bass tracks. I may have 15 tracks of guitars, 20 tracks of vocals. It's overkill for a demo, basically. But I'm getting the song to a finished state. So when I send it over to the studio, so Alex here, the sound engineer, or Gio here, the drummer, they know exactly I'm looking for. They understand the vibe of the feel of the song. So we're not using any of those tracks. Matter of fact. So I send it over to Alex at the recording studio, and Gio will come in and use those tracks to lay down his drum parts. I will go back in and lay down the bass tracks that I wrote at home, and I will lay down all the guitar tracks in the studio also. The reason why, because at the home studio, the quality isn't as good at sounding as Super Records, obviously. So that's why I go back in and do that. And then obviously I go back in and they redo the vocals as well. So when we get all that recorded, then the long process starts of and depending on, we may bring in the sisters to sing. They did not sing on this song. But then the long process starts of the mixing and the mastering. It should not take that long, but it's our bottleneck. So we have lots of songs ready, but that's our holdup of getting everything out. So that's the recording process in a nutshell.
What is the meaning behind these lyrics?
The meaning behind the lyrics for I Want You to Love Me. Basically, the premise of the song is you're giving everything to this person and you're not getting anything back. So the lyrics kind of lay out that, like, I want you to love me like you want control, like she wanted control in a relationship. That's fine. You can have that, but you got to give me something back. I want you to give me what you give yourself. You're caring for yourself. Care for me also. And of course, the line in the song is, I want you to love me like you love yourself. Someone who is so self-absorbed with themselves, loving themselves. Give me some of that. I want you to need me like you need your God. That's kind of a desperation cry. It seems a bit extreme, but desperation. If love was a mirror, I'd be standing outside, meaning that the distance between them emotionally is so far, so fast. You give yourself heaven, I give myself behind. It's like, so she's treating herself, giving her things, herself everything, but not giving me anything in return. You pray for your future, but you don't pray for me. Again, looking out for herself, she's praying for what's going to be good for her, but nothing for the person that she's supposedly in a relationship with. I mean, imagine how you'd feel if this was happening to you. I want you to see me like you see your worth. She may consider herself to be a high-value woman, high self-esteem. See me that same way. I want you to give me everything you have. I beg you to hold me like you hold your pride. Prideful woman. I wanted some of that. I want you to wear me like you wear your crown. So she treated herself kind of like royalty. Wear me like you wear that. Beg you to stay here with me. You can tell in these lyrics, I mean, it's a desperate man crying for attention. And then the modified Lord's Prayer, kind of in there, kind of praying to God, asking him, Father, Lord in heaven, this is the line of the song, how they be like, give her daily dose of humility, hoping that some humility will help her with her vanity. And also the next line is, forgive her, praying to God, forgive her for her vanity. Anyway, that's some of the meanings behind the song, the lyrics at least.
Why you made a piano version of the song?
Well, people don't realize how emotional the song really is. I mean, when you hear the song, you hear the drums kicking in, that killer bass line and the sense, you take away the drums, you take away that bass line, you take away the sense and the guitars and the stylized way that I was singing on the track. You strip all that down to just the bare basics of that soft piano and the voice, and you just really focus on those lyrics, and you're able to tell how emotional it is. It is so emotional. To this day, I can only listen to it once, and I have to put it away because it hits something emotionally in me so deep. It takes me a moment to kind of decompress. A few minutes after I hear it, I can't do anything or focus on it. And I try not to listen too often because it sends me back into that moment. opening up those scars. Anyway, so to answer your question, why did I decide to make the piano version? So other people could hear the real emotion behind that song and the lyrics, and maybe they can connect with it.
Sir, thank you for the interview and for the lunch also. And we'll meet again next month for another interview.
Okay, it's my pleasure. Thank you very much.